What's the motherfucking deal? I hope everybody is feeling fine and dandy this evening. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss tonight. Man, just had to take a break. I felt like we should talk about something, I guess, a little bit, and I'm sure that it won't be too lighthearted, but you know how it gets when we talk relationships and I won't call it battle of the sexes, but you know, we just had to change it up just a little bit because, you know, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Been thinking a lot about that situation with that little girl. It's just been making me upset. But first, let me thank you all. I appreciate you for allowing me the privilege of being your host tonight. It is an honor, and so I just want to let you know that with all sincerity, I thank you for joining me this evening. If you don't know, I am Ed Honcho. This is The Den. The Den is the best conversation on the internet. The reason it's the best conversation on the internet, it's because of you for joining, for keeping it lively in the chat when we open up the Den line, you call in. You guys make this conversation so great, you know, and I couldn't do it without you. And so I thank all of you guys who just come participate, share, even if it's just to crack jokes, to laugh, whatever it may be. I thank you all. Make sure you follow the Den Show on all the proper social medias. Facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter and Instagram at Den Show Live. Different platforms, same name, try to keep it simple. Let me see, where we at? If you want to contact the Den, even when the Den's not live, you can always call the Den, leave a voicemail, send a text message. You can text the Den line, pictures, regular text message, whatever it may be. You can use the Den line, 833-284-3336. Again, 833 the number 2, the Den is the easiest way to remember that. You can email the Den if you got a topic, something on your mind, denshowlive@gmail. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them go to thedenshow.com. If you want to tell them how to get here live, like right now, tell them go to thedenshow.com/live. It'll bring them directly to the live stream. Shout out to everybody who's been showing love and supporting the Den since day one. Streamlabs.com/the Den Show if you want to donate to the channel. Have the super chats off until we reach our goal. So appreciate everybody who's been showing love, dropping some Denjamins in the Den. I thank you all. And if you want to support via Patreon, make a monthly pledge to the Den. You can go to patreon.com/the Den Show. Again, like I told you, we have the Den Discord chat, which as we get more people going, and hopefully that'll get a little bit more lively for the $5 tier. And, you know, maybe that way we can keep a conversation, a 24-hour Den conversation. We can chop it up. The Discord allows you to share links, share pictures, voice chat, all those good things. So that's something you may want to consider, you know, if you fuck with the Den like that. Now, it's warm in here. We got all the particulars out of the way. We're going to talk about the dilemmas of modern dating. And I know men are going to see this one way, women are going to see it the other way. And it's going to be very interesting, hopefully. But let's see who we have joining us this evening before we get into that conversation, because, hey, I appreciate you friends of the Den. Sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're degenerates, sometimes we're denizens, sometimes we're just Den folk. We can all relate. Kemah MC, Blue Magic, Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? Belle Southern Style, always good to see you. Heidi, Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? Jason S, Miss Jack Tripper, what's the motherfucking deal? Shannon Jones, good to see you again. Rashida Reed, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad you all could join. Mac 11, what's the motherfucker? Y'all know, look, I know there's gonna be more ladies in here for a little bit till that game over with. I'm gonna be halfway peeking out the corner of my eye myself. That Bean Holmes, what's the motherfucking deal? You know what I'm saying? So, terrible stuff happening. But let's talk about it, right? The dilemmas of modern dating. You see the picture behind me, this guy, well, I'm covering up, he's all in the phone, when I'm sure there's other things that he could probably be looking at that would be a lot more interesting than that phone, but hey, you know, everybody's entitled to do what they want to do, right? And for some of you who may be new, who've been recently catching on the Den, and y'all may have caught some of the more serious stuff, we do, from time to time, get a little ratchet in the Den, so if you can't hang, you know, this is your warning. You have been forewarned. But you know, I think the modern dating, you got dating apps. I don't know if people traditionally date. I don't know if people do blind dates anymore. Is that still a thing? Do people even have friends anymore that aren't online? So it's like, you can't even really do a blind date anymore, because if you were, you're just gonna go Google that person or look them up online, see what their online profile, and it's not a blind date. So I don't think that blind dating is a thing anymore. Speed dating, maybe, you know, that's a thing. And I wonder how that works. Like, again, I don't know if anybody in here has had experience with speed dating. It just seems like it would be an odd thing. I don't know, what you get like a minute or two to, a minute or two to be able to a minute or two to meet somebody and then kind of keep pushing. It's a modern man and traditional woman. That's the thing. There's a lot of modern men, but are there still a lot of traditional women? I don't think there's as many traditional women out there. I think there are, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's a Southern thing. I have no idea. But you have in certain areas, those roles start getting switched. You have in certain areas where, women don't necessarily want to be women anymore. And then nowadays, you don't know who's a what. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to say everything is everything. But modern men, you have so many modern men's movements who are, it almost seems like they're straying away from women. You have the red pill. You have, MGTOW, men going their own way. You have a black version of that called, what is it, SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Man. And that's basically black dudes who are telling other black guys not to date black women. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But so modern man is different. Modern man, I don't know if they want us to call it an awakening, but they look at stuff differently. I don't know if they're more self-aware. I don't know if they're more self-right. I don't know how you would look at it. I don't know how you would identify it. But modern man isn't taking the same route as the traditional man. Modern man doesn't necessarily want the marriage and the burden that comes with it. I don't know how much of that plays into, you get so much more news, the court systems, you see, women being able to divorce for whatever reason, just for things just like being unhappy. I don't think men get that same right. I don't know how that works, but but we're not talking about once the relationship has been established and destroyed. We have to build the relationship before we can destroy it. So we're not going to talk about marriage and divorce yet. I'm sure we'll get there. But modern dating, how is it done? How do people meet? It's like now, what is it? You slide in the DMs, Is that how it's happening nowadays? Somebody likes what they see from a picture, they slide in your DMs. Then you meet, or do people even do that anymore? I mean, do they just go out? Meet at a mutual location, maybe it's safe, or maybe it's just, hey, come straight over to my house. I think people don't give a shit anymore. It's a different feel, and I think that it's become a bastardized form of dating. It's become cheapened, and that's why relationships become cheaper, it seems, in the sense of like there's not enough substance to it, and that's why they don't last. People really don't know each other. A lot of them are primarily based on how good the sex is, or how attractive someone is in a certain perspective. A lot of motherfuckers be on some just shoot your shot shit and get lucky. Now that you have the ability to, copy and paste and put the same message in a bunch of different fucking messages, you're gonna see who responds. There's a different approach than it is to approaching a woman in public and saying, hey, I think you're very attractive. I'd like to, really get to know you. And giving her the opportunity to either accept or reject you. And it's always on the man. Why is that? Why is it a no-go? I have a question. Women can see a guy that they find attractive, that they find interesting, or whatever it is. But they can, it's like a faux pas to go out and say, hey, you know what, I like you, I'd like to talk. Can like a dude for forever, right? But it's a no-go for a woman to say something. So if that dude never ever talks to you, he may never know. He may not think you're interested. You just may not know. You never know what's going on in his mind. But it's a no-go unless the man says so. That's more of the traditional woman. Would I be correct in saying that? Sometimes I think you have to speak up. I think you have to say something. Society is pushing equality and everything. So I think, that's a role that most women don't embrace equally, if you feel me. Open lines, you just got to know. There you go. Well, we know what type of women you're targeting. Professor Trill, beyond a funny nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? And so that's what I'm saying. I'm curious about how society, how technology has changed dating. Again, like I say, this man is on the phone when there is a nice pair of sweater puppets in his face, and he's not even paying any attention to it. You know, at least, like Shannon said, it becomes extremely superficial. If you're gonna be superficial, at least, you know, admire the woman that you with for what she got, and then as opposed to scrolling on the phone, you can do that at any time. That's a bothersome thing. You know, I hear a lot of stories about that. People go out and they just sit on their phones, don't say anything. Or one person may try to engage, another person just on their phone the whole time. And then they'll even say it was a shitty date, but they're the one on the fucking phone the entire time, right? You know, it's crazy. Baker man, what's the motherfucking deal? It's very crazy. Sweetberry, what's the motherfucking deal? Like I say, it's just, I think technology changed. Speaking of technology, the dating apps, the dating sites, you know, now you can kind of target what it is you're looking for. Farmers only. I don't know no motherfucking farmers. Black People Meet. I met a white girl on Black People Meet one time, and I'm just fucking with y'all. I ain't never used it. You know, you have all types of dating. I mean, there's a dating site for everybody. With J-Date for the Jews. They have dating sites for couples. I mean, if you're swinging this, I mean, there's like anything that you can imagine. There's like a site for it, right? And I think that's super strange. That's a super duper strange thing. We have to talk about that one day. Swingers is a very odd conversation. We had it in an old Kush Den, but you know, in the old Kush Dens, we never stayed on topic. But we're gonna have to talk about that, because what if you're like a swinger, or if you're like a couple that brings another woman, and y'all have like extremely different preferences in women? How does that work? Anyway, another question for another day. Again, you know, it's a whole lot of questions when it comes to dating. Again, like I say, Tinder, swipe left, swipe right. Is that not a superficial way of fucking meeting people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care about anything you're about. Nah, you don't look good enough. You don't catch my eye immediately. Don't catch my eye immediately. I don't care anything about what you do, how you look, or I don't care about what you do. I don't care about, you know, what you know. I don't care about the depth of your character. I don't care if you save kittens for a living on weekends. You just don't look appealing to me. So swipe, finger swipe. Like, you don't even have to discuss shit with people anymore. It's just a swipe, finger swipe. I mean, there's no, men aren't the same, because men, like I say, you don't have to take that risk of actually going up to a woman and bearing your soul to try to get the phone number anymore. Now it's, let me get your Snapchat, let me get your Instagram, let me get your Facebook or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all very strange. And again, like I say, the Tinder trap video, I hadn't seen that. But what I have seen though is Snapchat doing some old gender switching shit. We'll get on that one day, and I'll tell you why that's a no-no. But it's all crazy, man. Temple of Black Erotics. I'm glad you're here to join us. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I saw the name and I took a brief glimpse at your page earlier because I find that intriguing. And I meant to go back after the stream, but I saw you in the stream earlier, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at that. I need to mark that down. I need to sub. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. I was more thinking about the other thing, and it was just kind of happening in a different way. So my thing is this, though, right? Dating has changed so much. I think that you used to have to put an investment into just meeting someone, and what I mean by that is, you had to put yourself out there. Now, I don't like your profile. I don't like what you're talking about. Or let me copy and paste it. I'm gonna send the same message to every chick, and I'll talk with any chick who responds back. I'm just gonna do the machine gun method. It's so much bullshit. It's so much bullshit. And I think the whole world is becoming that way, and that's why I think it's going to be very difficult for things to turn around. I think, you know, that's why everybody's so depressed now. That's why, because there's the genuine interaction has been depleted. And you say you have swinger friends. Would you say that they're happy in their relationships, or are they in long-term relationships? Are they married? Or that's an interesting question. We might throw that in here. We might sprinkle that conversation in here. Modern man doesn't seem to know how to commit. I think that modern man doesn't want to commit. I think they know, but I think that for modern man, it's more of a gamble than it is for modern woman to get into a commitment. It's the way that the media portrays everything. I mean, look at we just had that conversation about Aisha, right? Aisha has ruined. Y'all don't realize how much Aisha Curry has ruined the perspective that men have of women. Like, no bullshit. I'm not trying to be funny about it. This is a woman who has everything you could imagine. Maybe Steph might be simping with that shit, but most men don't want to hear shit, especially if they're working hard to provide for a woman. They're not going to be ballers. They're not going to be athletes, and even these athletes and stuff like that. And to see that basically your woman is still unhappy. You give her the world. You've been committed. You've given her a family. You've been with her loyal, 15 years since high school or whatever. And she still wants attention for something that you can't help, right? You know, hey, I'm a world famous basketball, one of the greatest in the world. You want me to just stop playing basketball? You want me to ruin my legacy because you feel a certain way? You know, you know, but I understand that. But you know, I mean, that's part of the game. If you want you knew what he was going to be. She knew what it was when you got into a family where the dad's a professional, the kid basically plays basketball. That's what he does. The likelihood of that happening, this is what's going to happen. But he comes home, he takes you everywhere. You know, how does she feel in the middle? It's not even about feeling. She just has insecurities that she needs to deal with. You know what I'm saying? She has to. Like I told you, I don't know if y'all saw the video. The woman was doing her job interviewing Steph Curry. She's a sideline reporter after the game. And the woman's putting the mic. She comes and puts her hand on the woman's shoulder. And it looks like she put like a little bit of a grip on that. You know, how are you going to interfere with this woman while she's doing her job, which is to interview your husband who just did his job? What makes you that insecure that you're afraid of any woman being? Again, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. So, it's a young KD on a date. Hey man, look, I don't do him that bad. You know what I'm talking about. But my thing is this, man. You know. You said you've been out of dating pool for over 20 years. Gap hasn't gone through. Is that what happens? You know, women, they eventually say, hey, you know what? You know, I'm just going to get out of the, what do they say? So many fish in the ocean. The women, they just evolve. You know, they say we evolved from fish and shit came out the ocean. What do we just do? Is that what happened? It's craziness, man. It's craziness. So, about him having a boyfriend, there's no way she could have a boyfriend. That motherfucker's career would be over with. Let her have a boyfriend around your children. Let her have a boyfriend and you supposed to be an NBA player. Your career is over. Niggas don't rag on you for the rest of your fucking life. It's over with for you. Yeah, I ain't sharing the pussy. It just ain't working like that, you know. Room for one. Give her back to the world. Hey, Will and Jada, that's what they choose to do. Will apparently, you know, is into some other shit too, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, we're talking about modern day. We're not talking about modern polygamy and polyamory and all that other stuff. You know, that's a topic into itself. But I just want to know, I'm gonna open up the line here. And I want to know what you guys think. What is the problem with modern dating? What is the deal with modern relationships and why are they not lasting? And what I was saying earlier about why men don't want to commit is because the way society portrays it. And I was talking about Aisha is that no matter what you do, you feel like the woman will never be pleased. And then if she's not happy, say you make that commitment, you marry or whatever else, well, guess who's going to end up having to foot that bill? It's going to be the men. Just Sarah, what's the motherfucking deal? And unless you Wendell Williams, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know for a fact stepmom and coach, look, you milked that boy for all the money and I want a 10% cut because I gave you the game. So like I say, man, it is what it is. And what it is very unfortunate because it's like if a woman that is that well off isn't happy, you see all the Instagram girls chasing the bag, you know, and this is what more and more women are starting to emulate. For men, it's like, well, why do I make this commitment? You know, I could just fuck around, you know, especially for men who haven't, you know, had kids or whatever else. You know what I mean? It's what is going down? And especially if you're not locked into the relationship, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just odd. I think that society, I think the media, I think social media has ruined so much. Because like you said, it's somebody said it was lax now. It's super easy now. It's nothing to get in touch with people. You know, back in the day, because niggas used to be afraid to talk to motherfuckers, so they happy if they got something, they stuck with it. But now, like I said, you can shoot your shot anywhere, all the time, however you want to, whenever you want to. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. And you have no fucking problem doing that because you're not losing nothing. You're not really putting yourself out there. You have access to more people than you've ever had. You know, right now I can pick up my phone, hop on some app, and have access to 1,000 women. The only other time that you used to be able to do that is what? Going to a club, is you know, a party or something of that nature. You know, yeah. You see women, and let's talk about insecurity, and this is where I think Yaish plays into it, and then I'm opening up the line after this. You saw a lot of women who are insecure, not getting attention. We talked about, you know, how people are raised these days. They're not getting love at home, and people value attention, the attention currency on social media versus, you know, quality attention from somebody who truly loves you, who truly cares about you, truly is concerned with your well-being. They would rather have, you know, 1,000 likes than one true love. That's where society is now. And then they complain about, oh, men ain't shit, or niggas complain about, oh, bitches ain't shit. But if you're getting on social media and you're sharing your entire body with the world, what's for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping. Look, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But don't expect me to take you seriously in a relationship. If you're sharing your goods with everybody, what makes it special for me? And that's how I look at it, you know? Oh, okay, you've been married for 23 years next month, still current with the life issues. Watch the Jada show, you just spoke about for a female. Yeah, but I mean, like I say, that's what it is. When you making that kind of money, they don't care about you because most of these dudes are out there doing whatever. She should be happy that, you know, that she should be happy that he's, I guess, a good man. But, you know, that's for them to establish the trust in their relationship. But like I say now, you know, it's different. Like if like I say, I don't know if it cheapens the experience or what you want to call it, but I think that craving for attention, men look at them in a certain way, and then when they want to get serious and settle down, well, shit, you got a catalog out there of sexually compromising photos or whatever else it may be, and maybe that. You know, some niggas like that shit because apparently these NBA players still wifing it up. But you see those relationships don't last. But people like the fraudulence, the weirdness, the craziness. But let's bust it up, man. Let's open this line. Let's see what's on your mind. Your husband like this shit? He likes the thottery on the gram, and you're okay with it? How do you feel about that? Take him to the temple. Take him to the temple of eroticism. Oh man. Uh-oh. Not looking good for the good guys, and that is unfortunate. That contract looking real bad. I guess I have to give that German that. Because that guy has not done anything. Let's see where we're at. Where's the line? Where's the line? Okay. I think might be lame in person. So here it is, man. Yes, that German. that German. Oh, terrible stuff. So I want to know how y'all feel about modern dating. Y'all see it right there, right? Heidi is paying for everybody's Vegas trip. We're gonna talk about Vegas too here in a bit. Maybe some changes, maybe not. We'll talk about it. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Professor Trill, what's up, Honcho?
Not the score for the Rockets game, but how you doing this evening, Professor Trill? What's the motherfucking deal, man?
I'm sorry, business a little wet out here, but I'm straight.
Okay.
Oh man, this Aisha. Here's the thing, Honcho.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her before all this shit. I really did. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the point that a lot of ladies don't get. It's like, because I've heard so many responses to y'all just blowing this all out of proportion, and y'all sitting up here throwing mud. All she made was one little comment. I'm like, oh my God. And it was like, well, how do I say how she said this shit? Because this shit fucked me up. Oh, she said, all she was saying was she's starting to feel invisible. Nobody was looking for her. So how can you feel invisible when nobody's looking?
Yeah.
Nobody was looking for you. And oh my God, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
But that's my thing. Is like, if you are a wife, you should only want to be visible by one person. You know, and you're visible by other women who look up to you. They see you, the cooking shows or whatever else you got and all that. But you should only be wanting to be seen by your husband. As a husband, you should only be wanting to be seen by your wife, unless you know your job is modeling or something. But as a basketball player, it's a bunch of niggas looking at you. Ain't really that too many women. They carrying you. They might be cheering. They don't know what's going on. Half of y'all don't know what's going on. I'm talking shit yet. But all you want to see is each other, especially when you're at the top of the top, when you're in an elite position. Now, you could be one of these single mothers out here who have to work all day, take care of kids, keep home, and do all of this, and don't have any other time but nothing but for their kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
How invisible do they feel? The good ones, not the ones who, devoting the dick over their children, but the ones who are making sure their kids and everything is taken care of. They don't have time for themselves. They don't have the freedom. They don't have What about them?
Now see, that right there would fit for that situation, for the single mother. But for a married woman, it just don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't. So I understand, even if she was saying, but the way she said it don't make sense, because the first part of it, she had to mention the fact that her husband is getting that type of attention, and she's not. That's like some jealousy shit.
Yeah.
Because he's getting it, you feel like you should get it too?
Yeah.
No. Like, who are you and what have you done? You're just Steph Curry's wife. You're lovely, you sweet, you hold down the fort, and that's what we want you to do. That's what he wants you to do. Why is that not enough for women no more?
I don't know.
I don't understand that. It's like some people just don't understand that certain positions are just noble. It's that we need this position. It holds a really, really high value in society. The kids need their mama.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you just being that? Daddy out there holding the fort. He out there doing what he got to do to bring in what you need to take care of the family. Why do you feel the need to go out there and do the same shit he's doing? That's not your role.
Yeah.
to me, it just seemed like this is the beginning of where they start to try to overstep. Then not only did I see that, I also saw an interview she did on one of them other little talk shows. But she talk about she nags a lot.
Yeah.
And she just
tell.
fucks with him just on purpose.
You could tell.
And I'm like, bitch, who do you think likes that shit? See, Steph right now, he's cool right now because Steph's still young.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, when you start to get older, shit like that gonna start to work on your motherfucking nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you been doing this shit for 20 years and I ain't told your ass nothing, but you need to stop.
Straight up.
Leave me the fuck alone. I just don't like the curve that it's taking, because we all liked Aisha.
Yeah.
We fucked with her, you know what I'm saying? She didn't like other chicks looking at her man. Look, I get that. I understand that, some of us are more jealous than others.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but your way to combat that is to try to make him jealous too, because you want to feel like he feels, when he don't even really like the shit.
Yeah.
He fucks with you and nobody else but you, but you can't seem to grasp that concept.
Yeah.
Because of what you see all the time. Well, he's really friendly. What's wrong with that? That's him. You knew he was friendly. Obviously, you liked his friendliness to fucking marry him.
Yeah.
And to have his 3 children.
Exactly.
And on the other side of that, you got all these other women out here talking about, yeah, but just because she married don't mean that guys won't try to talk to her. All those guys say, well, you married, so I don't know him. I say that right there is the key point. I say the reason that niggas didn't come at her, not only because she married, because we know who you married to.
Mm-hmm.
Because deep down, every guy wanted a chick like Aisha Curry. We all do. One that's going to hold down the fort, raise the kids, and do whatever it is she got to do.
Yeah.
But when she overstepped doing this, now the whole dynamic done changed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
She got the, and people saying, well, you can't just put her in a position just because you think that she got the dream relationship. Yes, that's exactly what the fuck she got.
Yeah,
she ain't wanting for nothing
Yeah.
but attention.
You have everything in the world, and you still want more attention. You're famous in your own right, with what you got, but you just want more attention, not because you're some type of beauty blogger, you're a fitness model or anything. Women like my husband, who's a world-class athlete, which women like athletic men. They like athletes. That just comes with the territory. But I want the same attention he gets, but I don't want to do that kind of thing. I'm not doing that. I just feel like I deserve it.
I don't want to have done anything significant.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying, man.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss. And then some people saying, well, I don't think that's such a big a deal, because she say she wants the attention, but she really don't want the attention. But it would be nice for somebody to give her a compliment. Let me tell you something. If I gotta ask you to give me a compliment, your compliment ain't worth getting, bro. It's not. It's really not. I don't understand that either. That makes absolutely no sense. And there's a lot of women out there saying that I understand what it is she's saying. I know how to, and I'm like, that's not the same thing. If you were a wife and you were saying that, there's one thing, but you single didn't eat motherfucker, that's different.
Yeah.
It's different with you. I understand it because that's a single woman's mentality.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to find you a Steph Curry. But after you found you a Steph Curry, why is you still looking for a Steph Curry? I don't understand that. I don't get it. What does she think is out there?
Mm-hmm. That's what I say to me. Like I say, she's ungrateful, if you ask me. I feel like it's a very ungrateful thing. And I understand women say, oh, women like attention. That's cool. But why do you want attention? You want attention to feel love because you want to get that married. Like, first is women want to be married and a man to be faithful. Man does that. Now, that's not enough. Now you got to do, this is what I'm saying. This is why the modern man isn't wanting to make this commitment. Because where does it stop? If I give you everything else, where does it stop?
Still not enough.
I've heard
if it don't work, you take half of all the shit that I earned and accumulated.
Exactly. I've heard so many men, like I say, working in the.
You've done nothing.
Yeah.
Well, she supported him. Supported him how? What exactly do you do to support a motherfucker when he out there making all the effort? You giving him what, a good talk? A pep talk? Fuck that shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't understand what they mean by support. I supported you through all this shit.
That motherfucker,
Fuck you mean?
You was fucking with that nigga. He the motherfucker came for money. So what did you ever really have to do? It's not like one of them stories where maybe like a D Wade situation or a situation where niggas had to struggle before they got on as some type of rapper or some shit.
Right.
Motherfucker has been comfortable his entire life. You know what I'm saying? You've never had to want for nothing. You saw the opportunity and you stuck with it. And it is what it is. You know, and that's the problem. And so again, like I say, you know, as far as it's always the next level of something. You know, you don't make enough money. Okay, bam, you start making more money. Making more money usually means you have to work more. Oh, well, now you don't spend enough time with me. I'm lonely and bored. Okay, well, I do that. I don't make enough money. So that's a cycle in itself. Or I'm not getting the attention, or I'm not feeling loved and wanted, and all these things that go into it. When does it stop? When is a woman truly satisfied? That's what I would like to know. When is a woman truly satisfied? When do you get to that point?
That's a good question. I don't even know where to begin on trying to answer that. And the worst part about it, Honcho, I don't think they know either.
We're gonna see.
And that's why we always say women don't know what the fuck they want. This is precisely why. Because y'all can't never settle on anything. Because as soon as you see something else that looks bright and shiny, your attention just leaves that and goes on to something else. It's like, damn.
See, in typical black eroticism, what you just said, you have to find a balance, and every woman is different. And that is where it goes to shit, because it's a completely different, it's like you pushing the reset button on the fucking Nintendo with every woman you fuck with. You got to start all the way over and figure everything out. With men, y'all have it, these men only want 2 or 3 different things. And it's not even that, it's food, fucking, and just let me have some TV time or whatever else it is. You know, it ain't too much. We don't need the compliments, don't need too much of the support, don't need too much of the rest of that shit. Just, you know, hey, you know, I like a nice meal every now and then. Not something you bought from the store, but something you might have gotten ingredients from the store and cooked. Something like that. But all that other stuff, it's like you just said, from each woman, it's different. This woman wants, you know, this collection of things. This woman wants this collection, you know, and this one wants this rare collection. You know, it's like fucking magic cards or whatever the shit is. You got these Pokemon cards, like rare fucking editions. It's so much shit. And that's why I say I understand why men get frustrated. Women have it easy. The majority of men that you deal with are gonna want the same fucking thing. And there's a couple of soft ass niggas out there.
I'm sorry, the 3 S's. Sex, sustenance, and silence. That's it. All the other shit is superficial. Because even and here's the major thing. Yeah. Women always think that it's always necessarily about looks, which it is. But you got to understand, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because some of us fellas, we like our ladies a little fluffy. Yeah. Some of us fellas don't want our ladies to be skin and bone. Some of us like them a little thick. Some of them like to be, you know what I'm saying, athlete. You know, some of them like a little flat backer every now and then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can find you a man that's gonna like your body type. Yeah. That's given. Because if you got a pussy, niggas gonna want to fuck. Period. It's that simple. Now, what you can't see to settle on is how you want to look. No. It's not about the men. It's about you. It's about what you're comfortable with. But yet y'all steady saying that it's a whole bunch of societal pressure on how men think women should look. When it's not really that, because all them women in the magazines is in there because of other fucking women. Yeah. Y'all doing that shit to each other. It ain't got shit to do with us. Yeah. It ain't.
Okay. Well, here's the Professor Trill. I see a couple other calls, but I think we got some ladies trying to call, and I think they ready to dispute and argue. And so we're going to see what they talk about. But I appreciate you kicking it off, man.
All right, man.
Already. All right, shout out to Professor Trill. I see some calls trying to come in, so whomever that may be, please feel free to call back in. Hopefully some ladies can call in and, you know, give us the ladies' side of what's happening in these situations. I'm telling you, man, it's not easy being. And then you know what else the modern man has to deal with that women do not have to deal with? Me Too. Modern women do not have to deal with Me Too. Because there's no man saying that. No man is saying, she, on my ears. No, that's my fault. I apologize for y'all. I forgot to cut the thing off. No. God damn you, Heidi. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Who is you? This is So Better.
So Better. How you doing, So Better? What would you like to drop in the den this evening?
I'm loving this conversation. He had me dying. He said the 3 S's.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a little echo behind you.
I'm agree with him to a certain extent.
Okay.
But in that substance, what's the definition of that substance? I'm in my mind. If that's all a man requires of a woman, then she should be crying out for more. Curry's wife. Granted, she's a married woman, and her issues, her looks, her wants from a man should be all from her husband and her husband only. I totally agree. But if he is not giving the essence of what's in that marriage, like he said, substance. What substance is he giving to this marriage? Let's say he says money. Maybe she's a female, something like me. I'd rather your time than your money. So he may not be sufficing in the areas that's necessary for her to feel complete. Where he's supposed to be validating her at, where he's supposed to be making her feel special, where he's supposed to be complimenting her, she must not be getting that from that man.
This man
for
put
her
this
to reach
woman all over
out here
all
with
his
this here
social
foolishness.
media. This man promotes his wife. He takes it everywhere. She at every game. I don't know what more you could do. Especially
you ever heard
of
eye candy?
Huh?
You ever heard of eye candy?
Yeah, I've heard
and
eye
what's
candy.
on the outside, what's presented on the outside at home, is he giving her the substance? Where, you know what I'm saying, the validation within the home. That's why I made a little stupid comment. Or he may have invited someone else into their bedroom because she seems to think that she's not worthy enough. To him, which is making her reach outside the home, which is dumb on her part, because if you get to that level, I think you ought to not even be married. If you're looking for all of this here in another man, the attention, the admiration, whatever she's looking for in another man, if you're not getting that from your husband, then he need not be your husband. You should be a single woman because, like everybody is saying, she's speaking from a single mind, a single person's aspect. But then I'm going to take her side to a certain extent and say, well, what's she lacking? What's she not getting? And everybody pitching a dollar sign in there. Oh, this woman got all this here, and he's so famous, and he's this. What about her? What is she getting out of that? Is she being shadowed by his stardom, his money? Is she being pushed to the back burner? He may advertise her, but do he value her? Something in there she's missing.
But didn't she not
I
build
totally agree.
He gave her a platform to build her own brand. She's a millionaire in her own right because nobody would know.
And the money aspect and building her own brand, she does not feel that worthiness again from him. It's him. Where she stepped into before the money, before the fame, what she went into. She got something out of that made her love him. And let's not say she don't love him now, but she's lacking. Something is missing. She's not getting something that she wants. That was a cry out. That was a stupid cry out. I saw a meme today with Kodak Black and her.
Oh, man.
I was like, they're going to stop. No, they're going to stop now. They're going to stop now. But somebody said that he's going to find inspiration in the meme, and he's going to be hollering. And it's almost like she set herself out there for that.
Yeah.
What you asking for, you should not want as a married woman. And what you asking for, I don't think you're really going to want it if it comes to you. Because I can't imagine a man that's going to overstep the fact that you're married and go at you like that. That would be a blatant disrespect to you, your marriage, your husband, and all. So, girl, you shouldn't have even much spoke them words. But again, in her defense, I'm saying something got to be missing here. Something is not in there. Something is gone from this woman.
Okay, so
she needs some sort of validation. Something is not being given to her.
So should
and
she
money
be saying
is not
that?
The resolution all the time.
Should she be saying that on social media, on a show where millions of people are watching, or should she be telling her husband, "Hey, this is what I need from you"?
Very true. Very true. Definitely 100% true. That wasn't a conversation for the red table. That was a conversation for you and your husband, for y'all to work out, for y'all to get to the facts of what you feel you need, what you feel you missing, what's going on wrong, what you think that's not out of it. And if these females, girl, you know these women were gonna flock to this man.
Yeah.
And yeah, the blatant disrespectful, you just come up with your little African side, your little sister side in your girl. Get that in there and put that on the front street when you come, because, hey, they know better.
She a
You
Canadian.
you
She
can
ain't
set a
got it.
look on your face that set another one off. Hey, chick, do I look like I'm the one to be played with? We gonna excuse the crowd, the media, and everybody else. I look like I'm somebody for you to play with. She can stand up around and beg them all, but you had to know. Well, not saying going in because we went in on another era aspect when he was just a popular football player or something at school or something, whatever. He was real popular at school and high school when they met and got together and everything. Okay, he may have been at a certain pace level then, and she may not have wanted the you know what I'm saying, willingly, oh yeah, it's good because the money, yeah. But then, oh, look what else coming along with it. Like I said in the comments, money does not buy happiness. A lot of people seem to think so. And they base the relationship, because he giving her everything. He didn't gave her a foundation and set up her home. None of that don't matter. That's money. That's
Man,
not that's not
tell
the
me
stuff
now,
that's holding her at night.
man, tell it to a single mama with a bunch of kids who don't got time, man. That shit matters. If a woman had that money and that freedom to go
We
out and
equal
seek
love. Today's society thing
that
is
shit,
really equal love to money. I mean, the value of the love comes in on the value of the money. As a single woman myself at this point, I would not still go looking to this man. I provide perfectly well for myself. I pay for myself. I can only want a partner to come along and join me and team member with me in the direction on a financial aspect. But that is not what I'm going to be looking for when I step out there. Girl, he got to have all the money in the world. Because at 9 times out of 10, that's not what's happening between especially in the black population. That's not what's going on. He got that money, and if you do, 9 times out of 10, it was he accumulated it the wrong doggone way. So he just, I mean, the money. It's nice. It has its value points. And yes, in society today, you can't go nowhere. I can't go take the love that I got for this man and go stand in the grocery line and buy all my groceries with it. No, I can't. But if I'm thinking marriage, if I'm thinking union, if I'm thinking relationship, my mind is on, I'm going to find him for love. I'm not going to find him because he got this amount of money. That's like the perks to the love. That's like the perks to the relationship that's at hand. I didn't go looking for him and didn't meet him on a value dollar basis. Ain't that's what the girls you call gold diggers? The one that got his money in her line of sight and that can cause her to say, I love you, baby, because of his money. Ain't that what you call a gold digger?
Yeah, but ain't that
So
the move
I
nowadays?
wouldn't walk into wanting a relationship based on those type of things. Yes, I want to be financially sound. Yes, my mate that I bring into my home, I want to be on the same level, if not above me, if not take me to the next step. Yes, I would want that, but that is not the groundwork for me meeting him and loving him, me meeting him and growing to love him, get to know him and love him. That don't go together. That money don't go with that to me. Well, to me, money don't fit in with that. I would be looking toward a man for something so much more in him. Like I said, I find more value in his time than in his money. So how is we gonna make it off this dollar value and thinking in society? It's like when you tell it to the single woman, well, if her mind frame says he better come with it, he gotta have all his help in order for me to even much mess with him. Child, get ready, because the average black man is in. Maybe it might still around, I don't know. But the average black man is in struggle mode just like everybody else.
Already. Well, Miss Soul Better, I appreciate your call. We got a couple other calls coming in. Again, it's good to see the ladies' perspective. You say money ain't everything. It's more about the love. I think in this day and age of materialistic people, you may be one of the few who think like that. But ain't nothing wrong with that.
I find that a lot. Yes, indeed. I get told that a lot. They always think that people see me as unbelievable. Like, girl, right? Yeah. I get that a lot. I even got a grandmother. We were discussing this the other day. Oh no, baby, see your daddy. I didn't marry your grandpa until he asked me the first time, and I told him no, because he didn't have a job. He went off to the army. He came back and he got a man job, and that's why I married that man. I was like, oh Lord. So when you put off your love and everything that you say you didn't walk us through the family through with everything else, because he didn't have the appropriate job.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, honey, baby, or because he can't talk to me without, oh, no, baby, he got to have some money. He called it what you call a conversation coach. This is my grandmother. This
Yeah.
is just how people think. And I'm like one of the people that they sit down and always be like, yeah, well, girl, well, that's you. Well, you stupid. I get called stupid a lot. You stupid.
Hmm.
Because, girl, he got that money and he studied trying to holler at you. Yeah, but I saw something in him I didn't like.
Hmm.
He was standing on the corner. Why he always right there every day? I don't want him. Because of his money, that's what, and because he trying to holler and he got some money. That ought to be all the reason in the world for me to go in this direction.
But it works for a
Nah,
lot of people.
that's all right.
That's why
Which
they
is
keep
moral
doing it
content, like,
because
yeah, that's most people.
yeah. And so men, like I say, they gonna use what has continued to work for them. And if that is what's working with the majority of women, can you blame them for it?
I think hurt them hit so hard home to, she said, this is my defense mechanism. Well, I'm going to just make sure I get the money out the deal. I done been whooped on emotionally. I done been scorned this way. He done cheated. He done did this, that, and other. So as a defense mechanism, a safety net, so to speak, I'm going to make sure if I'm going to go through all this here, because all of them just about the same. It's about basically the frame of mind that be going around. I'm at least get my dollar out of him. Or one thing about it, if he's gonna be able to say this about me, one thing I know I got that money out of him. It's a protective. It's a brick wall. It's a defense mechanism, and we use it now and then. We hold everything on the basis of that dollar. It's just it gets outlandish. To me, I have a more moral conscience. Take money don't mean that much to me. Yes, I know that I gotta pay my bills. Yes, I know that I need money. Yes, in order to take and make a step, and I know it takes money to make money, but it's just not that important to me. It really is not.
Okay.
It just don't mean that much. It don't have that much value. Time has more value. This sense the mind frame of this man and how he chooses to speak to me and deal with me, how he looks at me, all of these things mean so much more than his goddamn money.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word
But
for
I've
it.
been on to being a stupid one, but we gonna let somebody else get it in, because I know the girls was getting heated a little bit. I know I was passing out over here. I was like, oh God, did he just say the three? I said, Jesus, take us. But he was right doing his sense of things because that's the average man to do. But that was cool though. I liked it how he said. I didn't get offended. I wanted it to be known. I didn't get offended, but I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh no, he didn't.
That's Professor Trio,
But
man.
Charlie, yeah, let's get into that. I want to hear some other females answer to this too. So somebody call in with some more. I will put it on his site. I like to hear different things so people can give me a different frame of thinking. May enhance, may kind of cut in on where I think about things. So I'm willing to learn.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. So better, man. I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
All right, have a good one. Oh man. Okay. So who gonna backdoor that one? It's been very interesting. Very interesting. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, good evening. This is Sean. Real quick on the relationship thing. I'm just going to drop a few nuggets, and they can go from there. For me as a woman, it ain't your, all of us as women. You got to understand that Gucci pocketbook is not going to keep you warm at night. Okay? Sometimes that ain't nothing but a payoff. So at the end of the day, in relationship, it's about your deeds and not your dollar. I'm going to repeat that. It's about the deed and not the dollar. And once people can understand that, and women, and probably on the reverse and the flip, men, if you understand it's not about the deed, and it is about the deed and not about your dollar, you'll make better decisions in the relationships that you choose. Now, once you choose that relationship, the second thing you got to understand is what you call love language. I put that in the chat, love language. Everybody's love language is different. They communicate differently. You know, some men, you know, they're not, you know, these men that want to slob all over you and all touchy-feely. Not all men are touchy-feely, okay? That's not how they express your love, their love. They express their love with their deed, and I think that may have happened in this lady's relationship. You know, I don't really, you know, follow a bunch of entertainers because I got enough fucking entertainment in my own life. But the sister and the basketball player, I think it's a positive thing that, you know, she is a woman in her own right, and she's done this, and he's held her up in her business and supported her in what she wanted to be, and to allow her to be her individual and to be successful and to get money in her own right. That is that man's love language. Okay? So she should have not have put that on social media. That probably something could have been dealt with in the bedroom or within the walls of the home. But the fact in his deed, I'm looking at his deed. That is the way that man shows his love. And we as women have got to diagnose the different ways that men show love. Some men are not comfortable with kind of dealing with our emotions, you know, because, you know, we are emotional, we're compassionate, we're a little bit touchy-feely. But if the man can balance that out through deeds and kind of work within himself to give her some compassion and, you know, a little bit more attention, I think you'll have the perfect type of a situation. And I think that's kind of what happened in the case here that we're talking about. But if you take that as a ground, like a ground rule, trust me, you won't go wrong. And it's about understanding. Not everybody expresses their love the same way. Some people even have a problem with saying I love you. Some people even have a problem with saying you're beautiful or you're handsome. Compliments. And men and women, don't think that men don't want their compliments. I'm giving you the secret. Just like you want your compliments, they want their compliments as well. I just complimented my husband the other day. He tightened himself up. He does his little shaving and do his little fade and everything. And I know the difference. I noticed. The fact that you just notice is something that makes them happy. Because if you notice little things like that, that's your love language. I ain't gotta slob them up. We ain't gotta be banging, and we ain't gotta be, you know. It's not even about sex. It's not about money. It's just about being attentive to one another and recognizing that's love. That's what you call your love language. So stay on point with your love languages and pay attention. Now, if nobody is paying attention to your, you know, what your needs are in your love language, then you probably need to step off. You know, you definitely need to step off because they're not in tune to what makes you tick. If somebody's not in tune to what makes me tick, then, you know, that's it. We're not going any further. But you have to be in tune enough, you know, with yourself. So that's kind of like my thing. I kind of keep it based on deed and not the dollar, you know, because at the end of the day, I have experience where I've seen people, and even in a family that's very, very poor, don't have very much money, and they're happy. I mean, they're always, you know, laughing, and they seem like they have good fellowship. And I've been in other spaces and places where people have plenty money. There's always arguments, chaos, bickering, anger, loneliness, isolation. And these people, they're living, I even look, you know, I'm a big documentary buff. You know, they're living under bridges, families, happy, just happy to be able to go to school, sharing big plates of stew and things like that. The same thing in relationships. The dollar does not denote or dictate happiness. It doesn't feed it. It's about your language. It's your love language. And then once you get that on point, the dollar will come. So as women, as men, don't worry about that dollar. Because when you love one another, it gives more power. and you get more motivation, you will get that dollar. That bag will come. But you can't worry about the bag first because that's going to present itself as a problem. And at the end of the day, I always used to tell people, I said, when we were young, the guys riding the Mercedes and they're blinging and all that. I've always been the woman. I don't want that type of man because guess what? He ain't got enough motherfucking money for me. He got too many damn bills. Once you paying, okay, that's what I tell them all the time. They used to be all infatuated with that shit. Even in high school, I was never infatuated with it. Yeah, I could have got that dude, but I don't want that type of dude. And then back then, some girls do want that dude just for that bag, just for what you bringing or what you putting out there. But at the end of the day, they ain't putting out nothing because they ain't got nothing because they too busy showboating. They ain't got enough money for you. By the time they pay that insurance and all these bills and all this bling and all these bitches, by the time you get, what's that, 3 B's already? Bling, bitches, and bills. Bling, bitches, and bills. The 3 B's.
We went from the 3 S's to the 3 B's, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir. So I don't even, that stuff ain't nothing. I was always looking at that. I was like, oh, you ain't got enough money for me. Because by the time you do all that, ain't nothing ready for me but crumbs and, like the sister said, eye candy. So I'm not trying to be on nobody's, you're not going to put me up on nobody's pedestal. Put me up on place me on a mantle for some eye candy. No, I need some attention. We need some exchange. We need some reciprocity. We need some equal love language. It is about deed and not the dollar. And I'm going to leave you with that, Honcho.
All right, Miss Sean, as always, I love when you call. I appreciate it.
Okay, babe. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, fellas, deeds are not the dollars, but the deal make a holler. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say, Jack. Hey, Jack, what you know about that? I fucking love the den, man. I love the den. If it wasn't for the den, I'd probably be suffering right now with the fucking Houston sports. Tell you, I don't know. Fucking Houston sports gonna give me a fucking ulcer. I gotta give more attention to the den. It's fucking tough between the fans and the fucking teams. Anyway, so welcome Miss Danny, welcome Miss Maria. What makes us scumbags? Like I said, I'm retired, so I don't know what the new scumbag is up to. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Already, Professor, what's on your mind, man?
Okay, Miss Rashida. You keep bringing this shit up, and I keep explaining this really, really simple. I don't know why you think I got all the answers when I completely and plainly say every time, I don't understand you women. I keep saying that. That's why I'm single, because I don't understand y'all. I be trying. Trust me, love, I'm trying so hard, but I just don't get it. And I think it's the fact that I try to apply logic to everything. And what y'all do, in my opinion, seems completely irrational and illogical. And I just can't, it's hard for me to wrap my head around this shit. I like to try to understand things before I delve into something or a situation. And I just don't understand. I don't understand the way y'all think about stuff, and I don't understand how y'all come up to these conclusions that y'all come up with. This lady just came on here, Sean, talking about love language. What the fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck that is. I was trying to decipher what it was she was actually trying to say. I just didn't get it. Then she brought up this thing, well, it's deeds over dollars. You can't, okay, deeds is something that you do. You tell me what you could do that don't cost you money. Everything costs money. So you have to have the dollars to do some goddamn deeds. It just ain't that simple. So, logic again, it's pretty simple, it's basic, and I know I may be oversimplifying, but again, I didn't understand quite the point that she was trying to make. So it's basically what a guy does is more important than what a guy makes when that's actually relative, because what you do affects what the fuck you make. So I don't understand. Like, what are you trying to say? So you'd be cool to go out with a garbage man if that's just something he decided to do for the next 30 years if you loved him. And I do get that, and there are some women out here like that. But the key word was some. Most of these women ain't trying to be with no goddamn garbage man. They not. And y'all know it. And it's because you women are in competition with each other. Because if you go out with a group of ladies, so what does your husband do? He's a garbage man, or he's a senior janitorial custodian, or something like that. You know, trying to make it sound super over complicated when the nigga pick up trash cans and dump them in the back of a truck.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck he do. Not to say that there's something wrong with being a trash man, because we need fucking trash men. We do. And these trash men, they need wives and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I applaud her for the kind of what I'm guessing she was trying to say, to how she sees it, that it's more about the guy himself than what he can give her. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what she was trying to say. And if that's the case, okay, cool. I can appreciate that. Just the way you articulated it was kind of, I don't know, all over the place. I really couldn't pinpoint what it was she was trying to say. And again, y'all women confuse the fuck out of us. Even some of the smartest men in the world, I don't get it. I don't get it. I was raised by a damn woman. But me and my mama think along the same wavelength. It's just that I'm the aggressive version of her. Because I don't really take people's feelings into consideration. I really don't. Because feelings don't teach me anything. I don't learn nothing from feelings. I learn something from logic. If you give me some knowledge, I can go back and forth with you all day. So, again, I'm trying to understand. That's why I'm here. I'm here to listen. I'm not trying to call nobody out or say anything negative about somebody. But that shit she did wasn't right. It just wasn't. Because, you know, goddamn well, if Steph Curry had said what she said, y'all motherfuckers would have lost y'all mind. And y'all know it. Y'all know it's true. Not to say that there isn't a double standard, because there is. And I understand that. But don't act like y'all don't know it ain't too. That's all I'm trying to say.
Word. I don't even want to get into what would have happened if Steph would have said it. The internet would have broke.
Bruh.
You would have been.
Bruh.
Nigga be still trying to refresh their phone.
She popped out all them kids, and you still want another bitch? That's what's wrong with all y'all niggas now. All y'all dogs, even the best ones. See? That right there is a typical black woman response. So, there you go. How do I know that? Because I've been around a lot of them. I'm kin to a lot of them, too. And have to put up with they shit. So when I call them out, they don't like it either. But I call them out nonetheless. But I guarantee you this. Dang, a nigga alive that can run game on any one of my kinfolk. Because I give them all the game. We give them all the game.
And that's the way it should be.
There's a lot that could be said to how you truly feel about something. And then you trying to say, who was that in the chat said that, well, she was just being honest, and I appreciate her honesty. Okay, let's flip the script. Say, for instance, there was a pedophile on this fucking show, and he would say, oh, I just like the way the 13-year-old girl, I like the way she kissed me all over my body. So that's cool? So if it's cool for her to say her deepest, darkest desires, is it cool for him to say it? Hell no, you don't want to hear that shit.
You fuck around and stab a motherfucker in the neck and shit.
Exactly. So it's different when you don't share those same feelings. When you don't share those same feelings, it's something wrong with it. But when you share those same feelings, there's nothing wrong with it. It's the same thing. That's something that should have been kept on the inside, even if that's how you truly feel. Because trust me, she don't. What she want is a DM, hey, you look nice today. She don't want to see, oh, it's a dude named I Fuck Hoes 26 dick pic. That's not what she want. Because if she keep pushing this issue, that's what she gonna get. And all y'all women in the chat, y'all know it, because I'm pretty sure y'all done had some motherfuckers send you some shit that wasn't kosher. So when niggas is trying to leave her alone, let her enjoy her family, that wasn't cool. So now she keep pushing the issue, she finna get a barrage of dick pics. Y'all know it and I know it too. And that's what I'm saying. She shouldn't have opened that box. She should have left that motherfucker closed, because she is not gonna like what she see on the other side. It's not gonna be all roses and flowers and shit. it's gonna be some bullshit mixed up in there. There's gonna be some manure and all that, and she gonna have to inhale all that shit. She should have left well enough alone. Been happy where the hell she was up in her castle, and stayed the fuck up there. But now she want to grow her hair and be like Rapunzel and let that shit down to the riffraff. You don't want them niggas climbing up your braids, baby girl. I'm telling you, because them niggas are savages. Leave the savages where they at.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my call. I'm gonna let somebody else call in.
All I'm gonna tell you is,
Unless you
Professor
got a
Tree.
question.
No, I'm just gonna tell you, make sure you get in the chat. You're gonna see some interesting commentary on what they perceive your appearance is. I'm just gonna let you. I'll let you handle that in the chat. You.
Perceive my appearance is.
But yeah, there's been some guesses about.
I got my picture up on my fucking you can easily go check out my Instagram. I got pictures on there. I told you I'm a fat nigga. I ain't tripping on that.
No, look, I'm not. It's not that. It's not that. I'm gonna let you check it out.
Oh, all right.
That's a bet, man.
All right.
All right. Shout out to Professor Trio, babe. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Man, what is going on, Honcho? This is Rabbit.
Rabbit, how you been, man? It's been a minute. You been on that strawberry milk, man? Did you relapse?
Nah, man. I've been caught up in state standardized test matters.
No, that's even worse. Okay, what's on your mind, Mr. Rabbit? What you want to talk about, man? What you got?
Man, what's really what's kind of irking me right now is how you actually start talking, like how some people ask a girl out on a date, like whatever happened to just asking for a girl's number.
I don't know. I blame this new generation. I blame your generation. Okay. I blame you guys got all this technology. Well, if I get the Snapchat, it's like it might as well be just like the number. If I get her social media, which is available for everybody, just fucking type her name up. There's no challenge anymore. A number used to be kind of like a personal thing. Like it was if I didn't give this to you, don't fucking call me. But when you're on social media, I'm gonna add you as a friend. And then, it's just, it goes from there. It's like you're available to everybody, even the fucking strangers. So I don't know what it is. Again, like I said, everything's gotten easy. But go ahead. I ain't going to cut you off there. I'm going to start ranting about this young generation. But what you got? About what happened?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for the rant on the young generation. Not only was you getting a girl's number, it was also private. And it wasn't really open to anybody. And that's kind of like piggybacking on what you said. But there's also something else that I need to call in about.
All right, what's on your mind, man?
All right, look, you can poke fun at. Look, I'm all for poking fun at someone. I don't care. But don't ever, and I mean ever, poke fun at a truck driver.
And why can't you poke fun at a truck driver?
Because I know how it feels because my grandpa is one. My grandpa's a truck driver. Okay. And Professor Phil is one too.
So has your grandpa ever shared a story about lot lizards with you?
What?
Has your grandpa ever shared a story about lot lizards with you?
Speak more clearly.
Lot lizards, like the Geico lizard, but a lot lizard.
What the hell is that?
Okay. Well, ask your grandpa and see how he responds.
I can't. I don't think I should ask him that.
Why not?
Because he's going to a funeral.
No, don't ask me that right now. Well, when he's done with that, wait a while. Wait till he's had some time in the morning and grieve and all that other stuff, and then ask him what a lot lizard is.
All right, man.
To do it, I'm telling you, just do it. It'll change your life.
All right, if you say so.
Alrighty, Rabbit, man. I appreciate you calling in, but I'm telling you, just do it.
All right, man.
All right.
I trust you.
And that's the last we ever heard of Rabbit. Darn it. So, man, look. Oh man. Yeah, Jack. That's fucking funny. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Man, it is your boy Roman.
Roman, what is the deal?
I could have better days right now, but I gotta move on. I'm not even gonna talk about it. So the topic is about what dilemmas of modern dating, right?
Yes, yes.
You kind of hit on the head, Honcho, man. It's social media. The way people interact with each other is a lot different from how it used to happen. And personally, with me, I kind of wish you would go back to people more talking to each other. Because on Instagram, Snapchat, all that, you have way more power to say and do what you want because you're not looking at that person. If you get an argument, you curse each other out. You can say what you want. She can't physically come to you or physically hit you, especially on where you live. People having whole girlfriends with people they don't even know. I mean, how do you call that a relationship? How do you call that dating when you don't know a person? Now I've heard a lot of studies and a lot of people say that they met their significant other and married people from these sites, but that's rare in my opinion. At the end of the day, you have to talk to a person. You have to see a person. I mean, catfish ain't around forever. It's still a show. That means people still getting catfished out here.
Word.
The thing is, of the people, nobody else is getting catfished. Don't be off.
Oh man, Roman.
Oh my God, nigga, damn.
Roman.
What?
I'm just fucking with you, man. Keep talking.
Oh man, I said the Rockets lost. They pissed me off, and now I got Roman. Goddamn, I can't catch a break. But okay. What was I saying? You throw me off, Honcho. Oh yeah, I was saying with a lot of these sites, you don't know if these people are just gonna meet like that. The thing is, I mean, I've heard some people say they've met, like I was saying, their significant other from these sites, but the thing is, it's always about the art of conversation. You can't always have the art of conversation. From the website, from the phone, you have to physically talk to somebody. And I do feel like social media has kind of destroyed the art of having a conversation with somebody. Yeah. And especially the things you say and you do, like I said, you have more free will. You have more power to say what you want without the consequences. Like, you can't just go call a girl a bitch. You can say it on the phone, call a bitch 1,000 times, and all she can say is write you back. And she'll say all the dirty shit to you. But you ain't about to go say that to her face. Or some niggas just don't give a fuck and will, but most dudes just won't. And the thing is, sometimes you get so comfortable on the internet that when you talk to a real guy in real life, you're nervous. You don't know how to speak. But your fingers can move 5 times as fast as your mouth can, but your brain can't think. The thing is, you are an expert at talking to somebody on Instagram, man. You in everybody's DMs, you talking to all the girls. Oh man, I got this, I got that. As soon as you talk to them, you blank. That's happened to me. Not to me. I meant to say that's happened to a couple of people I know. And to where they talking to this girl, finally met her, and the thing is, they just stand there blank, both of them. But y'all have this whole big conversation on Instagram. You know what I mean? All the conversation of modern dating is not the same anymore. People just don't meet in random places. And I feel like that causes more arguments when you don't physically see a person all the time. It works for certain people. For certain people, internet dating works. But it's not just the art of, conversation being lost, not knowing this person. It's the art of danger. You don't know who you're talking to. Going back to catfishing. You don't know. You could be talking to Jessica, and Jessica's 25. She's pretty, got titties, she got ass, and then next thing you know, her real name is Dave. He's fat as hell, and he's 45, sitting in his mama's basement. You never know. You be talking to a fat Dave. I'm just saying, you can't always trust online and expect that's the real person. So my whole thing is, if we could figure out a way to cut down on social media, especially when it comes to dating, just stop going out there and meeting people in bars and in restaurants and just random places to where you could start building more characters, people where you can go get a girl's number. Fuck Instagram. You know, get a girl's number where you can talk to her. Where, yeah, you're not physically seeing that woman, but it's still an art of the conversation there. You still just can't go say anything you want by your fingers. You know. So that's with me. I feel like we can do that more in society, which is hard because of what social media is, how big of a giant it is. But that's how I feel like the dilemma is. Social media has just hurt the art of conversation, man. So that's my call.
Okay. All right. Well, Roman, hey, don't be out there meeting Fat Dave on the ground. Just take it slow down. It's all good.
You don't get them damn DMs saying, "Oh, come visit this website," blocking that hoe every time because I know that's a robot. I ain't trusting nobody, man. But that's my call, man. And about them Rockets, real quick. I ain't gonna take too long, man. I'm sorry, but I kind of knew that was happening. I wanted to be positive, but got the Texans.
The who?
Yeah, there we go. And that's also a dumpster fire. Now that's so. That's all I'm saying. So that's my call, man.
Yeah. Already. I appreciate the call.
Man, anytime.
All right. So, we'll, like I said, there's a couple of things we got to discuss about Vegas. And like I say, there's some options what we were talking about. It is fucking Friday. I see what you're trying to do there, Maria. Funny. So, like I said, because of I was chopping up with Miss White, because she's familiar with the area, and just discussing some things and coming up with an idea and maybe an itinerary tentatively. And what I want to do is make sure that everything works for everybody, the plans that are the ideas that we have. So we'll talk about it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But right now, like I said, I'll leave it open just in case some more calls come in, and then we'll talk about it here in a few when I shut down the line. Probably towards the end of the stream, we'll talk about it. No, I didn't see LeBron's tweet. What did it say? Send him CP3. Go ahead, you can have it. But we'll talk about it, like I say, because, like I said, it's just make sure everybody, because it may be, you got to see if it's fiscally appropriate for everybody. Oh man, so you ain't got to find a weed man. I just go to the weed store, man. What you mean? We slide to the store. We ain't even got a trip. Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion. He's the way he's been underestimated. So, okay. Well, if nobody else is going to call in, I know we're going to start talking to somebody call in the middle of the conversation. Couple ideas, because what I want to make sure is, I won again. What I want to make sure is, that everything is accessible for everybody and what we have planned. Want to look at it, I'm assuming the weekend for everybody. I think my plan would be maybe to probably go a day ahead, but I would say Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And again, I don't know if people are going to want to stay over Sunday and leave, Monday, but I'm assuming, people got to go to work and do things like that. So I don't think that'll be, I think people will be, getting ready to pack up for Sunday. So the plan would be an event for Friday night, an event for maybe early Saturday, and then some Saturday evening, the plan would actually be to maybe do something like a live den with all the people who are in attendance, but do something special to where, you know, the people who are there and the people who are watching in the den, everybody gets to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So kind of a something cool like that. And then Sunday, you know, doing something before everybody heads back to wherever they're going. So, get the boxing gloves. No, I think it'll be all cool. But, like I say, some ideas have been thrown out there. And so, looking at some of the things and some of the costs of everything, we want to make sure that everybody, you know, it is accessible. Everybody will be able to afford, and it may be in some people's range. It may not be. So that's why I want to know what. I want to know, you know. But I don't want to say I want to know. Like I say, I want us to be able to go out there and enjoy the sights, but able to hang out and do some things. So maybe pull up for a day in Vegas. So yeah, I do believe she said 5. She changed it up, hedging bets and shit. So like I say, you know, want to take this call, and then I'll get to it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hello?
Yes. Who do we have? Who is this? Miss Rashida?
Yes, hey.
How are you doing this evening, Miss Rashida?
I'm good. I just want to say that I think a lot of times that people are just dating to fulfill whatever need they have at the time. I think that's the issue. Like, it's a lot of selfish people in the dating world nowadays.
That's a very interesting point. So you said people just shouldn't fulfill the need.
Some men looking for a woman that got a house already. You know, we call those hobosexuals, the ones that date for a place to stay. And then you got women that's dating for money and whatever else. So, you know. And I think social media has made it worse. It's just made it so, like, you don't even meet people in person. Just meet them off Facebook, FaceTime them.
Okay. So have you ever met anybody off Facebook or FaceTime?
I don't want to talk about that.
All right. Okay. You know. You plead the fifth. It's all good.
I plead the 5th, 6th, through 10.
Damn. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's the modern day and age. You know, ain't nothing wrong with trying to sample it out and check it out, see what's going on. So, yeah. My thing is this, man. My thing is this. What do you think can be done to fix that problem? Or do people some people get lucky? Or, I mean, what can be done to stop some of it, or to circumvent some of the selfishness?
Nothing. As long as we got a microwave world, we're going to have a microwave date. People just want to stick it in there and be done with it. That's it. And on to the next. Like, it used to be you take your time, you know, you get to know somebody, everything, you know. Now, people just want to rush past all that. Just get to the point. That you like it, you don't like it. He did one thing, now he blocked and deleted, you know.
Damn, I don't want to get in that block and delete. The block and delete is like, it's worse than the friend zone. Friend zone, there's a small fraction of a percentage that you can get up out of it maybe after 15 years, but that block and delete, it ain't no coming back, man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough, but that's a very good point, you know. Like you said, just a microwave world. Everybody wants everything quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Exactly. I'm not just saying the men, the women too. We try to move past taking that time to get to know that man before we have them in our house around our kids. I ain't gonna say me, cause I don't know where these bras come from nowadays. They move too fast. You just had a baby by one man, now you pregnant by somebody else. You're doing too much, and then you wonder why shit ain't working out in your favor. You got to slow down. That's what I'm saying. People need to slow their lives down soon.
But do you think that's gonna
And the
happen?
men too. I'm not just talking about the women. I'm talking about the men too. Just going out here sticking their thing and everything they see and run into.
But if
They
they,
talking to you.
but if women are
But see,
making
I
these,
think Facebook can turn people into whores in a way because they in everybody inbox.
Facebook hoeing, that's the best thing going. So,
Exactly.
I mean, with again, like I said, with more technology, more of these things popping up, and I believe too also that social media makes people insecure, and so I think they're more vulnerable to certain things, to hearing certain shit, But I mean, is it only going to get worse? I mean, everything is fast. It seems like every day is faster. Now you got 4G, with the 3G to 4G, 4G LTE,
Exactly.
5G. You're getting growths on your head because the shit is cancerous. But everything's speeding up. Everything's faster. Faster internet, faster apps, faster phones, faster access to the nonsense.
And now and then they got the dating apps. You put it on your phone. Like suppose I'm outside and I want to swipe to the left or swipe to the right. I can have me a date in a few minutes, or you know, it's just too easy. Hello.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's too easy. And I mean, yeah, you in the same vicinity, let's go out. I mean, and that's the crazy thing, man. But
You don't even know this man. You talking about come pick me up at my house? Are you crazy? Something wrong with some of these people out here, though. Seriously, that's dangerous. You ain't gonna come to my house.
you think people that lonely? The people are that lonely, or they just ain't thinking?
People just stupid.
Okay.
That thing ain't worth dying over.
Don't die over the dick, ain't that something? So
You better go get that buzz, Roger Rabbit, and take care of your own business rather than risk your life out here.
Roger Rabbit can't make it work the way you want to.
Well, they got a thing for women called a rabbit. I ain't gonna talk about it too because you're a man. So anyway, let's move along from it.
Hey man, I know, look. I've known a few freaks in my time. I've seen some things that I'm familiar. I've seen some of them. Some women like to put on a show, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't know if I'm necessarily into that type of shit. If they into it, they whatever floats your boat. But that's not necessarily erotic to me. That's not benefiting me. So that's not turning me on. So I want the action for my motherfucking self. So Cartier
People
says
put more thought into ordering a pizza than they do the person they finna try to date. Like you need to set standards better, in my opinion.
Let me see. So Cartier say men don't take their time trying to fuck. Is that a problem too? Are men fucking too fast these days? They gotta slow it down.
Yeah, most definitely. And then they cry about when they had to go on a date and spend a few dollars. How you gonna get to know somebody if you're not going out and
FaceTime? What you
spend a lot of
mean?
money? I mean, crying over $20, $30.
Oh man, look, $20, $30. That could get you. I don't even know if they get you a whole Whataburger meal. That might get you if you get the small or medium. I don't think it's gonna get you a water size. I don't know. She might not get you
Dating
no
can
pizza.
be kind of expensive, but I mean, if that's what you want to do, then save up your money.
So should a woman judge a man if he doesn't make a lot of money? Do you think that's fair to judge him if he's not wealthy in material? What if he's wealthy in and kindness and other things and attention and everything else, but he's
I
not
mean,
material.
let's be
material wealth.
real. How broke are we talking here?
Let me see.
I mean, it's broken. It's broken. It's broke.
You got like broke. You got like bills broke. I mean, you're solid. You just, you ain't got a whole lot after your bills. And you got, I can't pay my bills broke. Then you got like, saving up broke. I think you got levels. Let's say, this is tough. Let's say, 2 fast food jobs broke.
Fast food job.
He
Be the manager.
Working. Nah, he working 2 fast food jobs. He wrapping tacos at one, flipping burgers at the other.
I mean, he can find him somebody at work. They work there with him.
Man, that's a bad
You can't
business.
think you better than him. You can't think you better than him if you work with him. So that's his best option right there.
That's a bad move. They gonna fuck around, fuck up, have a burger baby. Baby
Well,
gonna
he
come out
can't
flipping
expect
burgers.
Well, he can't expect to come up the same way you saying a woman shouldn't expect to come up from him. He shouldn't expect to come up either then. They work together, and then one of them become manager, and then you make the other one the manager. Y'all work together. Y'all end up owning y'all McDonald's or something.
I don't know if that worked. I seen a chick who was dating an employee, and she would get envious because she moved up to management, and she was out there trying to fire any little chick that she thought was halfway attractive. Didn't necessarily want the employee. She just was that envious. So, the chick just trying to work, and instead of, getting on a man about it, she just firing the little chick, finding an excuse to fire him. So I don't know, man.
You know how that go. The woman not never gonna try to check a man.
That's tough. That's a bad move too. Why don't people check their significant others? Men the same way. Men will get mad when they kill the man. What happened?
Because it's easier to be mad at somebody you don't know than the person that you love and you gonna stay with. So that's what I think.
It's a terrible idea.
What's the point of being all mad with them if you gonna stay with them?
Maybe you shouldn't stay with them, because then if you don't ever check them about it, don't they just continue on in the same behavior?
Exactly. I mean, you beat up one broad, here go 3 more. So your best bet is just to cut him up. Not cut him up, I mean cut him off.
Oh shit! Look, hey, y'all better watch out. It might be some, might be something in that side man sandwich you wasn't expecting. It'll be over with. Compulsive gamblers. I hope you're a winner. So, that's yeah. Look, I'm telling y'all. Look, hey, y'all try to do Rashida bad. She got something in that purse for you. If she go in the purse, it's gonna get worse. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle king in here. Hold on.
That's real cool.
I don't have no problem.
I'm trying to tell you. I hope they're listening.
Okay. That's right.
I
Shot
don't
time.
have time to do. I don't have time. That's right. Shot time in the house, Sarah.
All right. Okay.
But I want to say something to Jay Dizzle.
Okay.
Why are you always trying to bring me up? I wasn't even bothering you today. I made one little comment, and you had a woman had a whole conversation about you, and you didn't even respond to that, but just gonna single me out.
Wow. Well.
Because I actually had agreed with you on the Aisha situation, which I clearly stated that she should not have said that.
No.
However,
Clearly, she stated that.
However, I said that I understood her feelings, but at the same time, she should not have expressed them like that, period. You can understand somebody without actually agreeing with the way they went about doing something.
Okay.
I understand that you only addressed the one point I made, but you really didn't have to bring me up at all because I was sitting in here chilling, just enjoying everything. But you clearly want to just drag me into an argument because no other women want to speak back to you because I'm not scared of you.
Whoa, 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 Danny, what are you in there talking about? Getting somebody drunk enough? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sounds like some Cardi Cosby going on over there. Look, hey, I don't want nothing to do with that. Oh man. Okay, okay. Anything else you would like to address, Miss Rashida?
No, I think I've said everything that I needed to say this evening.
Okay. Okay. Look, that's polite. That's the dolphin right there. See, that ain't the shark. That's the dolphin voice right there. That's when she being nice.
Right, I tried to change up my voice like that lady did last night when she went from professional to ghetto. But anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss Rashida, I appreciate it, and I thank you for your call.
Okay, and I hope I won't have to call back in, but I will because I will be in the chat paying attention, Jay Dizzle.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, she went all the
You have a nice evening.
You too, Miss Rashida. Thank you for your call.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, they don't know about that 335. They ain't on that. That's exclusive conversation right there. They don't know nothing about that there. They like them youngsters. They don't know nothing about that there. We all sound old as hell. Hey, man, look, we from the best generation. That's all that is. But no, what I was saying about everything that is going to be involved in the den, and I know somebody was talking about group rate, so we're going to look into that. But first and foremost, want to look at it to see what everything is going to cost. So I got to do a little bit more research. And I know that the hard tentative date was in November, but I want to make sure it's accessible for everybody. So just in case, some folks may want to go, they may not have all the cash on hand for everything that we're planning on doing. I just want to know how people feel and what the range is, or I don't want to say the range is, but it may be, considering room and board, plane tickets, and then extracurricular activities all combined, it may get a little pricey. And so just saying some of the events we have in mind are, maybe hitting the club scene, having a pool party, / barbecue type event, and having a designated den room, for particular festivities and things like that. And night, Miss Sarah, and then I fucking hate Heidi, man. I can't fucking stand Heidi. And then, like I said, so I want to just make sure everybody is appropriate. Everybody is kosher. Because like I said, so there's a few things that'll be going on, like I say, and then definitely want to do a live dinner and some things like so. I want to make sure, it's going to be adequate for everybody, and I want to get a solid, for sure, head count. Make sure nobody's priced out and all that other stuff. And any ideas that you may have and you may want to throw on the table, to be entertained, we'll definitely take a look at it. But once, like I said, once we get some information, like I said, I'll let you know exactly what the numbers are going to be. Because like if we do a room, it'll be a pitch-in thing, like I say, for the designated den room for everybody to hang out and kick it. So that way folks got a neutral area But then, like I said, I want to see if everybody's trying to stay at the same place so we can look into that, or if people want to kind of handle their own rooms and reservations, or how it all needs to work. So like I say, that way I can get a proper idea of what needs to be done. So now another option is if, you know, 'cause here's the thing, it's about it being in November, that was brought up, and shout out to Miss Cartier, that you got to think about it. You know, I know Thanksgiving is, well, November is Thanksgiving time. You have, you know, Christmas time right after that. And so I know for some people, you know, funding may be a little tight. You feel me? And I think some of y'all are late on the conversation. Make sure you got to make sure when y'all watching that the little live button, if it's a live, make sure that live button is highlighted, that it should be red or whatever. Because I think some people be behind in the conversation. Because some people will be like, "What?" They still be talking about the calls and shit. In Vegas, nah, it's all good. So, like I say, so, you know, again, getting some good ideas of what's going to happen, how we want to handle it. So, but at night, yeah, I guess it would be at night, because the people say it does get cold at night. So, yes, you're a bad person. You know what I'm saying? A bad person. So, like I said, you know, just figuring out what everybody has going on, and but I have to make sure, like I say, that everybody is definitely going to be in on it. And again, I don't know, some people may want to have different accommodations, and so that's why I'm trying to make sure of everything ahead of time. So, as far as a group rate, I don't necessarily know how that works, except like, you know, is this maybe if it's a group hotel rate, you know, as far as flights and stuff like that. I think that's a individual thing, because everybody's coming from different places, so I think that's a different situation. But aside from that being said, like I said, I just want to make sure everything is going to be accessible for everyone. I'm not I'm not enjoying nobody room. Like I say, only person I know is say the den room will be the party. Yeah, but that'll be like I said, the designated area. And you know, only person that I trust is the baker band. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that would be ideal, something like that. So that way, you know, if we got to move around, like I say, if got to do some other things, that way everybody's accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, so just really want to make sure about everybody being committed to that date, that it's not going to fuck up anybody's funding. And again, there's some people who aren't in here right now, but for the most part, it seems like everybody said that they were cool and kosher with it. But like I said, I just want to run that by everybody, and I'm gonna get more information. Shout out to Miss Cartier; she shot me a bunch of good information. So it was kind of just before the stream. I was still trying to figure out what we was gonna talk about, so I didn't have a chance to look into everything. But yeah, but we're definitely going to we're gonna get everything as everything. The plan is the weekend of the 8th through the 11th. So the 8th is Friday. But I know me personally, but I'm planning to, you know, maybe get out there a day early to be able to take care of everything beforehand, make sure we have everything in order. And then, so I would probably be thinking maybe like the 7th. Yeah, group rate or hotel, not flight, okay. Stop planning? Okay, well, I'm not gonna plan anymore. I haven't even started planning, but I'm gonna stop, all right. Just show up in Vegas. Does everybody get drunk? We all hang out and get drunk every night. Yeah, y'all gonna be tipsy. I'm gonna be just blaze. But so everybody just go out and just meet up. Interesting. Dan Cruz group chat. Well, my nigga, I'd have to add Jaja as a moderator. No gang related activities. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all can have fun. That's for my part. That's why You know what I'm saying? I'm finna, y'all, when those type of activities start, I'm saying, well, good night for me. I'm an old square. You know? Ain't that the problem now? Ain't that the problem like the women are saying now? That's talking about just fucking get it over with. We're talking about niggas trying to fuck too fast anyway. Look. Y'all do that, I'll be strolling down the strip somewhere, lost in the fountain. Vincent, what's the motherfucking deal, Vincent, man? What's going down? But yeah, I feel like I say, we'll find out the group rate on the hotel and get all that information. We'll get all that figured out, you know, and then go from there and see. So what I'm assuming, let me pull out my list. I have about like 14 people. And then like I said before, I'll confirm, I'll reach out and double check with everyone who is saying they're going. Let me see what we got, hold up. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling in to the den this evening?
You got Professor Trill. What's up, Honcho?
What's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trill? What's on your mind, man?
First off, Rashida, I ain't coming for you. I just answered your one thing that you said multiple times. That's it. I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway, I want to talk about that other video you posted the other day that I didn't watch till late, and that shit really pissed me off.
Which one?
The Good Samaritan video.
About the dude helping the chick?
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? That was so fucked up. This nigga went out his way to help this broad. And then she called rape on the dude, man.
Yeah. And
then got him locked the fuck up.
Yeah.
Lost his job, lost his family. Man, god damn. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that shit.
Man, that's
and
it.
Come to find out, none of it happened.
None
and then shit happened to her.
Yeah.
Like, really, though? Come on, bruh. If that ain't pain and suffering, at least, I don't know what the fuck is.
Man. And again, don't that make you question, like, ever wanting to help anybody? Because that's the day, like, my thing was that attention thing that we've been talking about all day. That's what makes me feel like she did that. That's why I said, let's talk about toxic femininity. What makes you think that a woman would do something like that? A man went out of his way to help her, took 2 hours to fix her car, followed her a little bit to make sure she was back on the road and fine, went on about his life. And now he goes to jail. She says that he did this, this, and this. What kind of woman does that?
I don't know, bro. That's just fucked up. I don't even know how to describe that within that. Like, why? I still don't understand why she would do that.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no motive. There's no reason that she should have wanted to do that to this dude.
Yeah.
He fucking helped you.
You know, and I'm going to say something, and I want any women who may be listening, maybe they can say if I'm right or I'm wrong. I believe that there are some women out there that are so starved for attention, they're offended if you don't give them, even if it is in a negative light. Because if he went out there to help her, so she had to be like, what kind of sick, twisted mind has to go, well, he should have said this. He tried to rape me. You have to be thinking that you want a man to approach you in that manner to even have that come across your mind. Like, what? I don't know what other kind of twisted ass shit you could fucking you could come across to do that. Yeah, he was innocent because she confirmed. She broke down and confessed to the cops that she lied about it. After he did some time in jail, after he's getting a divorce, after he lost his job.
Because of all this shit. Now, and the most fucked up part, you can see his face all over the papers, but they did not publish her face nor her name.
Never showed it. Like, the most you see of her is hanging out from under the car.
Guilty party.
Exactly.
I don't get that shit, bro. I don't.
And so she's free to go do it again to the next man.
Like that need to be stoned, bro. I think they should have stoned that hoe. I think that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Line the ass up, let the whole fucking city throw rocks at that bitch. That's just fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You don't do shit like that to people, especially good people.
Yeah. And that's the fucked up part about it. So this man now The next woman who really stranded on the side of the road who wouldn't do no whole shit like that, she just gonna get passed up. You're bad. You know, she didn't ruin it for everybody.
He was there for 2 hours, Honcho.
2 hours,
like,
though.
I'm about here for the motherfucker too, but 2 hours? I don't know. I got to get something.
Man,
2 hours
what?
worth of shit.
Look.
Unless it's like elderly people or a handicapped person or something like that, that's different. But a fully capable motherfucker?
But I'm just saying though, how elderly and how handicapped are we talking?
I mean, come on, man. Like somebody that couldn't physically do it, not even a chance in hell. She probably, borderline could have done it, physically, if you want to underestimate the girl. But, what I'm saying, if it's borderline, then, what I'm saying, bitch, call AAA or a fucking tow truck or something.
What?
But, other people that ain't got no business training. I don't even know what the fuck did it take him 2 hours to do, though?
I don't know.
Didn't say that either, because ain't no way in hell it took this nigga 2 hours to change no fucking tire, bro.
Nah, like I said, he was up
That's
under the car.
15 minutes time.
In the pictures, he was like up under the car, and so it was something really going on, and like I say, so it showed him inside under the hood. It showed him up under that bitch. Like, I don't know if he had a jacket or so he probably had to finagle his way up under. He wasn't the lightest of dudes, and they showed the only thing you see of her is her hanging out the car because her head on the car. So I'm assuming that he was showing her something. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's a terrible, terrible deal. Like, it's fucked up. And again, so you can't be mad at the next man when a man says, nah, I ain't doing that, I ain't doing this. Because again, in this day and age, the Me Too movement has ruined dating. I could talk about the Aziz Ansari, I've talked about it to death. But this woman wrote a whole article, and women co-signed this, saying it was a Me Too situation when he took her out to a nice dinner, took her out to eat, and you know what happens when you finish eating at a restaurant? You tend to leave, don't you? Or do you just sit in the restaurant? I mean, how does that work? So they finish eating. She's like, oh, he was just in a rush to leave and go back home. They go home, get to talking, get to fooling around. She says she doesn't feel comfortable. He stops, doesn't do anything else. Do you know what she does? So they sit on the couch, they watch a little TV, and eventually she leaves, right? He calls her the next day and said, hey, blah, 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 made sure she was all right. But she writes this because she said she felt violated because after they decided not to have sex, while they were sitting on the couch, he didn't touch her, he didn't rub her back or, mess with her hair. You just told this man you didn't want to get physical. How the fuck is he supposed to know that you want to? And so you write this, or she complained about because he picked a red wine and she wanted a white wine. He should have let me pick the wine and all this goofy stuff. And that's what I'm saying. So, and when things like this are pushed forward and promoted, men are going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm not fucking with these crazy bitches. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. And you don't know when you're going to come across it because there's more of them out there than you believe. More of them out there than you would imagine. And it's crazy. The younger you go, the crazier they are.
And on looking at it from the other point of view, I feel for the women, Honcho. I do. Because they just as confused as we is. And it's like we all trying to figure this crazy-ass shit out together. But, ladies, you can't send a guy, like, mixed signals like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's extremely confusing. It just is. We don't know what you want, but we have to try to figure it out anyway. And instead of y'all just telling us, we got to coax you into giving us the information. And sometimes, that's cool. But having to do this shit all the time, like, come on, man. Just tell me what the fuck you want. And then some people say, oh, well, that's not sexy. That would just kill the mood. Yeah, but I don't know what to do because I'm not trying to overstep. Okay, and I want to take advantage of the opportunity, but I don't want to go too far and fuck it up, or possibly end up in prison, because I did a little too much. And it's so easy to cross that line nowadays, and you can't even see the line. The line is fucking invisible, because it is wherever the woman say it is.
Exactly.
And we don't know where it's at, so it's like we just trying to walk through a fucking minefield, blindfolded.
Yeah. And then you know what else? The woman can change the line after the fact, and they justify that now.
That's the craziest shit ever. Oh, I regret having sex with him. Oh, that's rape. Yeah. Fuck you mean? Like, oh, that shit right there. Man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not, due to popular opinion, I'm not an angry guy. But it's certain shit that just pisses me off. I hate and detest stupidity.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. That would just make me click quicker than anything in the world. Just some dumb shit. And shit like that is stupid. You can't give somebody consent and then after the fact take it away. It don't work like that. That's the whole definition of consent, is you allowing it to happen. You can't allow it and then say, I shouldn't have allowed it. No, it's too late. What's done is done.
Yeah. Gotta get them paper, gotta sign.
And trust me, I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to say that any kind of rape is okay. Because that shit, the only way you can get lower than that is do something to a child. As far as I'm concerned. Because that rape shit, that's fucked up. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it may be difficult, and I know sometimes you may want a certain person or want a certain girl, and she not interested in you. I understand that shit is frustrating. Trust me, I've been there, but you can't just take it from a broad.
Exactly.
Like, goddamn, my nigga, come on. Now, there's another broad that's gonna pique your interest just like she did. Maybe not as much, but maybe, then again, maybe so. You don't know. So, I feel for the women, because they just trying to find happiness just like we are.
Yeah.
And don't none of us really know what we want when it comes to as far as a relationship, because depending on the person and how you eventually feel about them, you don't really know the things that you'll be able to overlook. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like certain shit, when you saying like the type of person or for a guy, the type of woman you desire, or for a woman, the type of guy you desire, you don't really know until you start falling for a person. This shit that you'll be like, you know what, I used to think that was a big deal, but for him, I could tolerate that, you know? So it's all like some shit we just trying to figure out, and it's a bunch of confusion, and then you get the law on one side, and then you got your friends telling you this shit on one side, and then you got your family telling you this shit on one side, and your friends, and then the motherfuckers on social media. Like, everybody got an opinion, and they all rolling they fucking 2 cents up into this fucking shitty relationship-looking sandwich, and you just like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. I know what I wanted. I just wanted some ham and cheese, and now I got guacamole. I got fucking chipotle mustard. I don't know what the fuck to do with all this. It's a pain in the ass, man. Relationships are complicated nowadays more than any time in history. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Guys don't know what to do or what not to do, because we want to show you we're interested, but we can't be too forward and we can't be too passive. So we got to find the steady pace that you're comfortable with. But we don't know what you're comfortable with because you won't fucking tell me. So I just got to fly blind. You know what I'm saying?
And then the fucked up part about it too is, like I said, and depending on the woman you're dealing with, if it's, and we talk about it, you know, if you're attractive in her eyes, then the same thing an attractive man can do and get away with it, an unattractive man in her eyes cannot do. What an attractive man can do is all acceptable. She's embracing it. What an unattractive man can do can end up with jail time. Because I've seen women say that, you know, and because I was talking about earlier how this generation doesn't speak to women anymore. But I've seen women say, you know, introducing yourself to a woman should be considered sexual harassment. We saw the Gillette commercial, right? The man was simply turning. He was going to go talk to her. He ain't even saying that to, bro, that's not cool, bro. What the fuck you mean it's not cool? How else am I supposed to? Let me go search all the Tinder profiles, I guess. Let me search all the Facebook. I hope I see somebody. But man, get the fuck out of here. See right here in front of me. If I'm interested, hey, I'm gonna go talk to her. Why the fuck wouldn't I do that? Like that, again, I don't understand how that makes sense.
How else would she know if you don't tell her?
Exactly.
I don't know. Again, I'm confused, ladies. I'm totally lost. All these brains and common sense that I have, when it comes to women and trying to understand, I'm lost.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'll be trying to. Like, I try to make sense out of it. I try to look at it from the emotional side, and I don't know. And I'm not alone. And that's why I don't feel bad about it, because it ain't just me. A lot of fellas is like that. The ones that got the women fawning all over them, they don't have to worry about all that shit. But I want to try to understand you first. Because I'm not like all the rest of these dudes. I'm not a one-night stand type of person. I got to know you before I fuck you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's just me.
There's, some fatal attractions and shit. That shit is a real.
And first of all, I don't trust
thing.
nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust nobody. Okay, bitch, you trying to fuck this quick?
Yeah.
Like, where's the catch? Like, something up with this shit. I don't trust that shit. That shit sounds fishy to me. What you trying to do? I don't trust nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it can be hard. It's very hard in this day and age to establish that trust, because again, I guess you don't know what people's intentions are, what people's motives are, and it's fucked up. I mean, it's all the way around. It's just super fucked up, and it's sad that it has to be that way.
And it have to for your own fucking protection,
Yeah.
including your fucking family. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, that's
It's getting nowadays. You can't even trust your own damn parents. That's real shit.
Damn.
That's real shit. Fortunately, I got one of mine I could trust. The other one, man, hell no. You want to see me hostile? Bring my father around me. Yeah, you'll see me hostile real quick. I can't stand that old bitch ass nigga. Lord have mercy.
Do y'all have similar personalities?
No. No, completely opposite. And then he get mad because the way I talk to him, because I'm the oldest. He got 7 fucking sons, right?
Damn.
I'm the oldest one.
Yeah.
I got 6 fucking brothers. And I'm the only one to talk to him like this because I'm the oldest, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he real big on respect, but in my case, he ain't never done shit to earn that respect. So, bitch, you don't get none.
Yeah.
I talk to you just like you another nigga off the street. Now, I'm not saying that I disrespect the man. I don't just go up to him calling them bitch-ass niggas and all that type of shit. I talk to him, but the shit he be talking about don't interest me none whatsoever. And he be trying to teach me some nonsense, some shit that just don't make sense. And then when I point out to him how much the shit don't make sense, that's when he catch an attitude. And I don't do real good with attitudes, especially when you don't have no logic, no reason to be mad. I don't know what the fuck it is you trying to teach me. Like, nigga, I'm over 30. What the fuck you trying to teach me now? I just don't get it. So, these niggas confuse me too, ladies. It ain't just y'all. I just don't understand a lot of people, period. I wouldn't just say this generation. Because there's people from my generation I don't get. I really don't. People are just so gullible for a lot of shit. And they act like they don't see what's right the fuck in front of their face. And to me, that's more frustrating than anything. They fall so deep into their beliefs, they don't see reality. And that, I don't even want to talk to you at that point. Yeah, but I believe it. Don't matter what you believe. It's right there in your face. Why you think you keep falling for the same bullshit? Just stop that, and it'd be the most simple shit. Because I don't have all the answers. I don't. But it's certain shit you could just look at and see, and you're just like, bruh, how the fuck you don't see that?
Yeah.
It's right there in your face, dog. And you keep just overlooking it and wonder why it keeps fucking with you. But that's why. You got to do something about that. Once you fix that, then everything else will smooth itself out. So everybody just want to believe, or I just want all the positivity, and I'll keep the negative stuff over there. Well, look, whenever you asking for somebody's opinion or asking for somebody's 2 cents in anything, you're going to get some good and some bad. That's just, it comes with it. It's part of it. You can't just have it one way all the time. It don't work that way. You ain't going to never learn shit if everything is just all positive. You learn shit from the negative shit, too.
Yeah.
And how you deal with it should tell you something about yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Everything in life is a lesson to be learned, and it's just depending on how you react to it. Whether you capitalize on that lesson or maybe you suffer from that lesson. Man up, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Ali, what's the motherfucking deal?
Man up in here. What's up, man up?
Yeah, man up slid through, man. But I see some of the ladies talking about stop using the word bitch. And my thing is, women use it. Same way I talk about niggas using the word nigga. I use it too. You know, I think if we ain't gonna
How
all stop
often
using
do I use the word bitch? I probably use it more often than I should, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with people that, you know what I'm saying, they say I curse a lot. And I do, and I know I do, but I don't know, I guess that's just the passion and the way I speak. Some people think of it as just being rude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I'm serious about what I be saying.
yeah,
And sometimes I go overboard. I do, and I know it. But to be honest, I'm not apologetic about it because that's just the way I felt about it at the time.
yeah,
But I'm not a rude person, and I don't call people out their name unless I feel that they deserve it or I feel that they need that shock. You know what I'm saying? I spoke about this before. Sometimes you got to shock people
yeah,
into reality. And sometimes words can be a real, real good tool for that. Instead of having to get physical or to let them just do something real stupid.
yeah.
Sometimes you just got to check people.
This is true. This is true.
And I do it, and people don't like it because I don't like it, but I get checked too. There's people in my life that check me too because I know I need it. Because sometimes, like I said, I go overboard. I go too far. I may say too much. And I'm not too big of a person to apologize. I'm not. If I feel I'm wrong, I will apologize. Or if I see your point, like, you know what, you're right, I did go too far. I apologize. You're right.
Yeah.
But if I meant that shit, nah, man. I ain't apologize for shit. I meant that shit. Fuck how you take it.
You heard me. I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. It'll be like that. I mean, as long as you can be a big enough person to understand where you falling short. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being, firm in your beliefs. You know, as long as you're willing to accept, what's right from what's
Yeah, some
wrong.
people like it, some people don't. Some people love it because they had never had a lot of honest people in their life. I'm the kind of person, and I don't know why, Honcho. I don't know if it's something in my face or what, but people just tend to want to tell me secrets that they don't tell nobody else. I don't know why. I really don't. They just say, well, you just got like a trustworthy face. What the fuck does a trustworthy face look like? I don't get it. But people just tend to tell me shit, and I don't be telling other people business. I just don't. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I do listen to what they say, and then I bank it. And I feel like if a story similar to that can help somebody else, I'll use it, but I won't, put that person on Front Street. But I'll use that story or that information to help another motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's just what I do.
I agree with that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Like I say, I tell a bunch of shenanigans and tales in here, but like I say, you will not trace it back to the root. And this is just a personal story about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's my story, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I told you, I'm cut so many motherfuckers off.
Right.
They feel a particular kind of way about it. Fuck 'em. But as far as, somebody else's story, if I share something, then, I'm going to make sure to leave all the pertinent details that lead back to that person. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with using it as a parable to help somebody else get an understanding of a scenario or something like that. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it be like that sometimes. But y'all there talk about it. Y'all, the ladies going in at the deal. I don't know what you've done to get them activated, man.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't want nobody to be afraid of me. Like, come on, man. I know I have a strong personality. I'm not trying to instill fear in nobody. It's just that I just try to get my point across. And that's it. And I would really like, if you feel differently than I do, I would love for you to get your point across. And, however you choose to, relay that message. But I ain't trying to have nobody scared of me. I'm just, if I'm going to take a stance on something, I'm going to unleash everything. I'm giving you the whole arsenal. I'm giving you all of what I got. So if you can withstand the barrage and fire back at a nigga, I'll go back and forth with you. But if I hit you with a barrage and then you just hit me with some feelings or some, I don't want to fuck with it, I just don't feel like arguing with him, then I'm like, okay, but that don't help you none. It don't help me none either. Neither one of us is learning anything out of this. Conversation needs more than one person. So we can learn. Because I definitely learn from y'all points of view and how y'all see things, and a lot of y'all see things differently than other people, and I find that interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. What is this, Friday night? I don't know what's going on. Is there like a special moon out tonight or something? Because I'm trying to figure out. Everybody mad because the Rockets lost or something. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, but since it is fucking Friday and I'm in my call on this, I would like to give a half of a fuck you to Stephen Curry. Just a half.
Okay.
For coming in and making that statement he said about his wife.
Oh.
Because it kind of pissed me off. But then after I thought about it, what really was he supposed to say?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still his wife.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I get it. But I just hope to God behind closed doors, he checked her motherfucking ass. I just hope he did. Because if he didn't, oh, man, come on. Like,
Man.
I don't know.
He didn't.
I don't know.
That nigga didn't.
I hope he did, bro. I hope he did, and he handled it like a gentleman, or really a little bit not. I hope he just got a little hood with her, but I ain't talking about smacking the girl around, and then I'm just talking about, you know what I'm saying, just gave us a real strong word and that look like Samuel Jackson off Black Snake Moan with that motherfucking eye, like you keep on, bitch, it's gonna be a problem. But you know what I'm saying. So he just gets a little half of fuck you. And I guess the other half will go to what was it, DeMarcus to talk about my Lakers. Fuck you. And you too, Heidi, goddamn. Fuck y'all. Leave my Lakers alone. Man, I'm so pissed at them motherfuckers right now. I just want to kick Jeannie busting her motherfucking ass. Bitch, what is you doing? I don't think she knows what she doing, bro. She don't.
Probably don't, man. Definitely.
She lost in the sauce. My Texans lost in the sauce. None of them know what the fuck they doing.
Man, it's tough out there in the sports streets right now, man.
Yeah, for me, hell, at least y'all team made it to the fucking playoffs.
Man, that shit don't count. After the shit that's going on.
That shit do count.
Let me tell you why it don't count. It's because CP3 is on the decline. And this nigga's under contract for another 3 more years. Damn near $40 million a year. So, yeah. They ain't
you gotta blame that on the commissioner because he should have been a Laker.
Yeah. Hey, look.
That fucking trade was agreed upon. Then we got hold.
Yeah,
straight up, we got hold.
Y'all still want him? You know, I make some calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, he can't be no worse than what we already got. To be honest, shit, he can at least get them niggas some nuts. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Yeah, shit's out of there, man. Man. But yeah, it's like that. But we'll see what happens. They talking about trading Clowney to the Bills is the rumor now. They're gonna give up another 90 to the Bills. We gonna see what happens. But
and get what for him though?
Nothing. You know how the Texans gonna do.
Fuck that. If we trade them to the Bills, we need to get a first round pick and Ed Oliver, motherfucker. That's what we need to get. I'll take that one. Shit, hell yeah. Bring that nigga back to the H, man.
Yeah, they ain't finna, you know the Texans ain't finna get nothing but finesse.
Shit, that's basically 2 first round picks.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But I'm finna get ready to wind this down, man. Jay Dizzle, I appreciate your call, man. And you already know what it is.
Already.
I think we'll end the calls on that note. But yeah, like I was just saying before we wind it all down, Low Key Slim, you're the newest friend in the den. Welcome to the den. Appreciate you subbing. You know, you probably just watched the video. Most people don't be subbing with the live stream on. It just be people subbing from watching the video, and then it just be happening during the live stream. So, as I was saying, you know, Vegas, November 8th is the plan. We're going to get all the final details, so hopefully this week we will be able to show you, or we'll be able to come up with the proper numbers of everything that we're trying to get right, you know, for all the participatory events that we shall be having in the den, you know, meeting up, all of the good stuff. So, y'all stay tuned for that. I'm assuming everybody who is confirmed. Yeah, man, I'm trying to turn up, man. You know, just trying to turn up a little bit. Like, I ain't trying to turn all the way up. I might have like a drink the whole time I'm there, if that's the case. You know, I don't drink like that. I'll be the designated driver. You be the host slash designated driver and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, so really looking forward to that. But like I said, we'll get the numbers and everything right about that. I'll check on the group rate. But here's what I'm saying about a group rate thing, and I don't know how that works, okay? But again, like I said, I know Ms. Cartier's probably more familiar than I am. I don't know if the group rate is going to work for, all right, Bill, you have a good night. If it's going to take, for individual rooms, or if y'all bringing a buddy, if we're going to need, double rooms or whatever is going to be necessary. So, y'all figure that out. Patty Pat, what's the motherfucking deal, man? I seen you come in there and I meant to shout you out, man. I appreciate that. We just, we done had a small battle of the sexes this evening. It wasn't a war tonight. It was just a small battle. I gotta take Scott to get grown tomorrow. But, the Uber everywhere, man. Look, Jack, I'm telling you, I ain't burned nothing in a long time. I'm gonna be good. All I'm gonna need is just a little. Look, give me some of them fancy magic cookies. Give me a little bit of doty. I'm good. I'm A-okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. So, hey, I've been. What is this? What is this? Hold on. Tomorrow. Well, technically it's 11 now. So now it has been 11 months. Going on a year. 11 months since I done burned something. Because today it's now after midnight. It's the 11th. So, man, Jack. Another month. I got to get on my grind. That's why I'm going to be dropping more and more content. Because like I said, I got to get to that goal of 5,000, Get that goal of 5,000, we might really have to turn up in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So we get a cheaper rate if we double up, or if we solo. Like I said, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Like I said, I don't know the details. We gonna get it together, and it's gonna be live. I know that. Y'all just be ready for that shit, and make sure you. Sweet City Woman Shots. I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? I hope everything is well, and I'm glad you stopped by to say hello. You say you've been at 6.8K before? Already. Well, my problem is, I'm gonna tell you, man. I know what it is, and this is why I say I had to start doing more short. When I actually do short content, like upload, then the numbers grow. Like I see pretty decent growth when I'm consistent. But it's so much easier to go with the live stream, and I just do those, and that shit is stagnating because it's only gonna go out to the people who are already really fucking with you, unless you're talking about certain topics here or there. But generally we just talk about more life topics in the live stream unless just something major happens. But so that's why I say I'm gonna stay on the grind with the more content, putting out more shorter videos. There's some shit I want to talk about coming up soon, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start me a premium Snapchat. That's how I'm gonna get there. Honcho premium Snapchat coming soon. I'm gonna drop it in there. Y'all just send the money to the PayPal, and I'll send you the premium address. Man, look, it's been a minute, man. This has been a minute since I threw a shindig or two. So we're gonna make some shake though. We're gonna make some shake. So but we're gonna make it happen. What you mean? But I'm bringing the show to Vegas. What is you saying? What is you talking about? Yeah. But like I said, we're gonna have a good time, man. Like that's the one thing y'all can count on no matter what. We're gonna have a good time. But we're gonna see, like I say, everybody's thoughts, everybody's mind. Because like I said, I wanted to say we going to Vegas, so I don't want to be just everybody go to Vegas and stay in the hotel the whole time. Like I actually want to, hit the strip, go see the nightlife. But I mean, the thing is, No, my super chat is off. I have Streamlabs. Matter of fact, let me put that on there. I guess it would help if I put that up there more so people could actually see it. Because I cut the super chats off and put the Streamlabs up. Well, it's probably not. I don't know what I did. Oh, well, I guess I should put that up. There you go. There it is. So there's that. So like I say, go out. Oh, damn, that shit up. Patreon popped up too. But no, like I said, it's to go see some shows. Just get a little bit of the nightlife and have a meet and greet. And I think that it'll be cool. Wow, what a racist! I see somebody trying to call in. It's on the whatchamacallit, but. You said put it in the default description. Okay, let me make sure I do, because I don't know if I got it in there. Shit, y'all good luck with that. I told you, I think I'm joking, I'm cheap. So shit, good luck with that. You got a better chance of hitting the lotto. So play, can't win if you don't play. I fuck with y'all. I fucks with y'all. I love the den folk, but hey, Jack, But yeah, man. Like I said, we'll get the details all figured out, and then we'll kind of get with y'all. We'll get it all together, man. But with that being said, I think it's about time to wind down. Give me some rest. Like I said, I got to take Scotty to the groomers tomorrow and get all that stuff. Man, premium Snapchat. Get your man real. Look, them shits is hot in Canada. You get your premium Snapchat, you will be paid. You'll make more than you was making at your job. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you what it is, man. I'm trying to tell you the new lick. That's the new tech boom. Cash me, I appreciate it. Good night. You have a good night. But I'm for the slide on y'all, man. Google it, premium Snapchat, and I'm sure you'll find like a whole deal. It'll tell you how to set one up, and people pay you just to see you on Snapchat. It's pretty cool. You should check it out. But with that being said, I fucks with y'all, man. I'm showing up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Again, I appreciate the privilege to speak with y'all this evening, and I thank y'all. But that being said, I'm gone, man. Y'all have a good one. Fucking Rockets. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here. I'm out, man. Hey, yo. Well, guess I got to go back to talk about the Texans. That fucking sucks. I'm out.